Hi, and welcome back to our On Purpose Press videos. If you missed our first one, you can click the link below and check it out. Just to remind you, my name is Ben, and I am a pastor by trade as well as a father.
And I'm Erica, and I'm a mom and a clinical psychologist, and I'm also one of the founders of On Purpose Press.
And just to bring you up to speed, in our last video, we talked about the Christmas season and really how it's pushed its way back to even before Labor Day, and how the commercialization, it just adds a lot of stress and a lot of pressure, and how that's an opportunity. It's challenging, but it's really an opportunity for our families to focus on what really matters during this season.
We believe that by changing your approach to how you take on the holiday season, how you're going to tackle Christmas this year, by being more intentional and living more on purpose, that instead of being blown about by the craziness of this season, you can have an opportunity to make this Christmas time be something that you want it to really be. And that, by being more intentional, living more on purpose, that makes all the difference in the world.
So when I was a kid, the big thing that happened in the fall was the Sears catalog would come. And I'm talking 3 inches of Sears catalog. And that was the greatest thing in the world, because I would just pore over that when I could steal it from my brother and sister, of course. And I would look through, I would dog-ear the pages, I would circle and highlight all of the things I wanted. And I would come up with a list of, 50, 100 things that I wanted for Christmas. And it was a lot to go through all of that, but gosh, it was a lot of fun.
As an adult, have you ever found yourself doing the same kind of thing? I know I have. I mean, I might not have the Sears catalog, although I prefer JCPenney. I might not have that catalog and a highlighter myself, but it's like I'm always keeping this running list in my head of, something I want. I see something. Oh, I want that. I want that. I want that. It seems like we're always looking for something that we don't have, instead of focusing on the things that we do have and celebrating the goodness that's going on in our lives. We focus on all the things that are still out there that we really want. But are those really the things that we need?
We do tend to focus on the gifts that we want rather than the gifts that we need. And I know for our kids, sometimes they ask for something and they really, really do want it. And if they got it, they'd be happy for
about 5 minutes.
Yeah, for maybe 5 minutes. But what they really want, what they're yearning for, is time with us to play.
I know when I look back at my childhood, I don't remember what toy I got for Christmas when I was 6 years old. But I remember that my mom and dad showed up to every one of my ball games, that they were always there on Saturdays with the orange wedges and the Gatorade. They were putting in the time. We spent time together as a family. And those are the memories and the traditions that I want to carry on into my family.
What if we were able to stop focusing on what we want? To stop comparing ourselves and the lack of stuff we have and who has something better that we want? And what if we were able to take that even a step further? Instead of focusing just on giving gifts, we focused on giving the right gifts.
The gifts that will really stick with our kids is teaching them about giving kindness. Giving kindness even without expecting to receive kindness in return. It's about giving them the gift of a legacy of building a family, a community, and maybe even a world that can be a little better and brighter. So we have a few ideas that maybe can start you off in that right direction. The first one is to encourage your kids to start looking beyond themselves.
Well, and that's a really simple thing, and we need to start simple. It can be as easy as picking up a piece of trash in the parking lot or along the street or in the schoolyard. It can also be something as simple that any child, whether 3 or 13, can do, holding a door open for someone. The second tip is encouraging kindness in your home.
Some simple ways to do that might be when the families gather together, maybe at a meal time or in the car, have everyone share one nice thing about somebody else. Just encouraging compliments. As a parent, you can be a great example of this. Look for the times that your children are doing things that you want them to do. Look for the times when they're doing things that are kind. They use a kind tone, or they do something for their brother and sister, and take that opportunity to really praise them. Finally, our third tip is to encourage your kids and your family to get involved in service in your community.
Well, and those things also can start very small and very simple. You don't need to open a soup kitchen out of your garage or anything. You can go and buy one of those packs of Christmas cards, sit down with your kids and have them draw in them and write Merry Christmas, and then take those cards to one of the local nursing homes and give them to the residents there. Another really, really simple way to engage in service in the community is to have your kids get out the markers, get out the paper, have them draw pictures, and then send those to family members or even friends who live out of state or far away. Now, you might be thinking, this sounds really great, a legacy of kindness and doing good things throughout the Christmas season, but really I have enough on my plate. There's too much going on already. Isn't that just adding one more thing? Well, really, it's your choice what you do during the Christmas season. And the answer might be to simplify. That we don't always have to say yes to everything that comes up to us, but we get to choose intentionally what our family's doing, what our kids are going to be involved with, and you would be amazed at the free time that opens up and the stress that relieves when we don't have to say yes to everything.
It's really about setting priorities. I know it might sound like, oh, this sounds like a tall order to find gifts that can encourage kindness and gifts that can help build this family legacy. That sounds like an awful lot to expect from something that I might buy on the Walmart shelf. And you know what? You might be a little bit right there. But we do think that there are opportunities to find ways to give more maybe non-traditional gifts, time, experiences, family traditions, and memories. Those are the things that are going to last in your kids' minds. And those are the gifts that we want to encourage you to seek out this Christmas. Maybe there is something that you can get that would help encourage those things in your family. It might not come out of the Sears catalog, though.
You know, something else that it always kind of bothers me, and I'm sure it does some of you, is that worry that maybe the kids will miss out. Mm-hmm. What if they're not getting everything that they need to get? Mm-hmm. And the reality is, they're going to be just fine. What kids really need is time with their family. And what's most important to children is helping them to grow up knowing kindness, compassion, and love. It's not all the activities that they got to do. It's becoming a good person. And for parents, setting up a foundation for that for our children in the future.
Thanks so much for joining us again today. Hopefully these tips will help you to get started in the right direction this Christmas season, focusing on faith and family and fun. If you haven't already, please sign up for our newsletter so you'll be the first to know about upcoming announcements, including our next video that's going to be coming out. And please like us on Facebook and share us with your friends. Thanks.